I got sent this seed, so we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see if I can do anything funny with this. And we're opening with 2 pairs of 6 and 9 here. 69 dudes, etc. That's a lot of... How do they pack that many people into one space? There, that's a little bit more confirmed. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was fine. Oh, that? It's because I didn't update it yet. Because I was kind of like having problems, basically. Discord. It's because they're both bad pieces of software. Twitch really doesn't want me to write fuck in the stream title. Oh, come on, you goddamn babies. It's okay. I was saying earlier... Oh. I misunderstood what was said about this. Oh, it says lines. Okay. Then I'm not completely stupid, just mostly stupid. What else is new? Excuse me. I was saying earlier that I felt like I'd run out of things to do with this, because it's really just like, hey, you want to try and fail to get a stupid high score? Because we're still waiting on the new content patch to drop. Because it was further delayed. And I mean, sure, I do get it, but I do not have the... I don't think I really enjoy on the same level anymore any of the, like, push for high score kind of thing as much in roguelikes. I don't know, maybe I'm either becoming more goal-oriented, or maybe I just really disliked on a certain level that I cannot readily describe Clover Pit. I mean, it was fine, but I can't really explain much further. Anyway, this seed was suggested, as I sort of mentioned earlier. And we've got our kind of good base card here. We just need... Well, first of all, we need to draw it reliably out of 56 in the deck. That is not the greatest start anybody's ever seen. And we just need to find a red seal for it at some point. Well, we didn't get it. We didn't get what we were looking for, but this'll do. This will do. And you know what? Give me the money. And see if we can find anything a little better in here. No. But we can do this. Oh, hell yeah. There's our Steel King of Diamonds. That was an easy, very linear set of plays. And thank goodness. I thought for sure the game was going to do something to make me feel bad. And I don't need the help right now. Sticker on the inside of my Xbox controller went back to flattening itself pretty well, actually. I had to have it peeled partially up a while ago because I think I mentioned this, that I had to have the button assembly for the top replaced. Because there was a little crack in the thing that pushes the actual like button switch on the right bumper button. I think the word they use for it is bumper. The RB. Because they had to call them something different than like R1 and R2 or something. Because the good console already has those names for their buttons. Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, I would assume that there's some degree of, like, legal issue. God, yeah, the Switch, which has L and R and ZL and ZR, is just kind of a very confusing and very odd throwback to how the controls were on the N64. Because you had the Z trigger underneath the controller in that. But I think the thing that bugs me about that with the Switch is that the GameCube had the two shoulder buttons and had a Z button also at the shoulder area. A Z button that was above the shoulder buttons. And the ZL and ZR are the R1, R2 equivalents that are below the shoulder buttons. So you're not even keeping your weird throwbacks consistent. The ear buttons, yes. Which is a good name for them because the buttons on... Didn't win, hold up. The buttons on the GameCube controller, sorry, I had to fish it out from on the ground here. Let me actually take a look and see if OBS is picking that up properly. Yeah, they're loud as shit. If you, like, hit them and go all the way down. Like, dang. Those used to get picked up all the time when I was playing the Metroid Prime randomizer on hardware. Yeah, I like how they feel, but also, my goodness, they are quite noisy. It's like something industrial. Anyway, that Steel Choker is going to give us a nice fat point boost. I would certainly hope that Mime shows up, because I don't like to say it, but mimes are pretty powerful in this game. So that would really push our limits and our luck a little bit better. Mimes, or as some people know them, French clowns. Probably. Probably not, actually. Arguably, any silent protagonist is a mime. Wait. Quebec. The Quebecois. The Quebecois. Those fellas. Yeah, exactly. Anyway. We're not allowed to get a DNA clone on the Psychic, because it will just look at you funny when you try to do that. If the hand doesn't score, it'll be like, no, we're not going to let you have fun. And so, have fun I won't. Give me my incredibly shittily scoring hand here, because it gets me out. Sell that. Buy the Hermit. The Hermit Crab. I saw Crab Champions is still installed on my computer, which, I mean, fun game. And I guess if I want to kill my graphics card, I'd rather play that than what I was doing earlier, but also, do I even really need to do anything else in that until there's more content there either? Eesh. Practically all of these games that I play are like stalled out now, waiting for more content to exist. God, I hate this world that we live in of like, oh yes, my I have to wait to play this game more because it's not done yet. Remember when a game would just be released finished and that'd be all you get, and you would just have to be happy with that? I miss those days. Yeah, Roundy, this is the one that you put in Discord. I didn't just discover a new one that has the exact same Jokers. That'd be fucked. Or at least exceptionally rare. I'm really hoping I can find myself a... Oh shit, there's Mime. Well, Steel Joker, you might be taking a hike pretty soon. Let's immolate. I'm probably going to lose this because I know how immolate RNG works. Called it! Oh well. Minor problem. Give me the Mime instead of the Steel Joker. I was just saying I wanted a red seal. Not like this! Ah! I'm just the meme right now. It's okay, I feel like that in general, so... Yeah, there you go. The not lem this, not like this lemming. That is a really, really funny emote. One of my favorites that I've seen anybody put together on Twitch. Whatever abbreviation I'm going to use this week for humor. I forgot. I forgot where I was going with this bit. Ooh, Chariot. Yeah, we'll steal another Joker. Wait. That's not how that works. Yeah, that is also what I've noticed so far. To be fair, I have a feeling that finding, like, a perfect seed is probably a fool's errand on some level. Like, I'm sure that there is one out there that already exists if you want to do that. Holy frijoles, it is small blind 7, and I've just hit my first E number. That is actually the fastest I've gotten that in this game so far. Anyway, let's strength these, I guess, just to make myself look less silly for fishing through that random pack. That. Oops. Just clobbered my mic arm again. Good lord, what is happening in there? Aurora Borealis. Oh, yeah, that would absolutely be a good... Did I miss... I might have missed that. I might have been, like, not rich enough to really take advantage at the time. Yeah, see, this is kind of a crapshoot, but obviously it's much less bad than the plant, but yeah, I wasn't sure which of those was going to be steel. So I just guessed. And much like that one guy from Indiana Jones, I chose poorly. Or something like that. I'm only buying this to take this out of the rotation, and because we are rich. I mean, truth be told, I think it would be smarter for me to clone the hearts right now, because I'm pretty sure I've... Yeah, I passed the heart, but I didn't pass a diamond one, did I? It'll hash itself out eventually, I'm sure. At least that's what I'm going to keep telling myself. I don't know if they're... You know what? I will check these packs and see if maybe they have the... They won't have the card I'm looking for here, but just in case. If they've got a... If they've got a red seal, if they've got... It would be pretty nice, but... No luck there. Oh well. Excuse me. As usual. Well, yeah, of course we're going to endless mode with this. That was the whole point of what we were doing with this. Tarot Merchant might be a little bit helpful. if the good cards show up, which admittedly is a big stretch. Oh man, I feel like I gotta sneeze. But like, only just enough for my body to remind me of like, hey, do you know what it's like to be sitting here feeling like you've got to sneeze for a while? And then it not actually happening? For some reason. That's just the worst feeling. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Anything good? Answer is probably no, but at this point, the amount of gambling that I enjoy, well, good thing it's not real gambling, that's all. Sure, we'll take that. Why not? Queens do I have in here still? 2? Oh, no, I have 3. Wow, alright. Sure, take the strength, just in case, like, all of them crop up or something, and by all of them, I mean 2. Or hell, even 1. Yeah, see? Let's fix that, and off we go. Oh, if only I had room for that. I mean, granted, at this point, it's like, yeah, enjoy your AAA, but still. No room for the soul card. Tragically. I was tempted to skip for that spirit pack. Spectral pack. I was like, oh my god, I can't remember what they're actually called. I'm dumb. Great. My brain is dissolving slowly. Yeah, exactly. It's like, this is a kind of ideal set here. And it's not worth gambling on it to dump the Burnt Joker, which is not really growing as fast as I would like it to anymore. Obviously still useful, but it's like the overall contribution of that to getting me to big number is slowing down steadily. But honestly, it's like the only thing I could possibly trade that for to be useful would be a doubler of some kind. Would be either Blueprint or Brainstorm. Because, and it could be either of them in this case, because thank fuck this entire lineup is order agnostic, but still. I could see doing that. I unsurprisingly am just like screwing up all of my ability to speak properly. I unsurprisingly feel that the mime is too good to... I must have missed that director's cut earlier, because... Unless... I didn't buy it, right? I didn't confuse it with something else. So that's about to be very unfortunate. Oh, we keep doing this anyway, and then we crash into it and be like, well, that's basically how every run of this game ends. It's just sort of LOL plant. A brainstorm at 4? I didn't see that at all, so... I'll take your word for it. It might be in a reroll or something. Oh, well, I mean, we got a number like that, which I don't even think that's my record. Well, is all I can say about that. I can say, how many of our kings are not stealing? It's 5. This. And now, unfortunately, I've kind of got to dig for, like, Luchador to actually win here. And it would obviously be the Burnt Joker would get cut for it. I mean, maybe the Chad, but... Yeah, because the Chad doesn't truly add that much to our value, which is wild to consider. And we didn't find it, so time to die. As we get to see all of this tick over. It's weird, because you say it was there. I take your word for it. I just don't remember seeing the director's cut. It would have been really funny if we still had such a high score that from other things that we could have just gotten past that anyway, but hey. Unfortunately, no such luck. Let's try it again. Very early, it's ante 2. Alright. I gotcha. Now, I don't remember if I even have to do discards to do this, but... Because I'm pretty sure that a pair of 6s... 2 pairs of 6s and 9s will get us through 600 points, but... I'm doing it that way anyway, just to be sure. Now, buy that and hold it. I don't need to crack the pack. That's just kind of there for fun, I guess. Yeah, see, we could have gotten through that with a 2 pair. This, and we get our money up to a good spot here. I started overthinking that. I apologize. There was no reason for me to bother doing that because it's so early. We don't have the Burnt Joker yet. Yeah, see, this is why I didn't... Sure it's anti-2? Because we skipped over something else. Yeah, I mean, the grabber, I'll take the grabber. That's after the boss and anti-2. Okay. Gotcha. Mild confusion. That's... Well, it is still anti-2, isn't it? So... That and this judgment is the one that gets us this guy. The boss. Not that boss. Big boss. Wait. I keep making all these Metal Gear references. Maybe I should just, like... Maybe I should actually play Metal Gear Solid on this channel at some point. Plus, that'd be great for anybody who, like, really wants me to shut the fuck up at any point, because... I will get to it. I just don't know when. I have to decide when. And I think we all know how bad I am at that, so, Yeah, I mean, so I've played through MGS1, as you already know. I've watched all of MGS2. I think I played part of MGS2. There's our director's cut. Thank goodness. I don't remember if I played any of MGS2, but I definitely have seen all of MGS2. And I've seen parts of the ones afterwards, so I know that they're ridiculous, which in the back of my head makes me go, okay, what's the more insane shit out of this that I haven't been exposed to for some reason, and why? How ridiculous does it get, right? Because surely it's got to be even more so. I mean... Does it have, not literally, but definitely, Snake has a, especially in the PS1 game, or perhaps I say that because it's like a perspective thing, kind of, that especially for that period, it's like Snake has a very well-defined butt. Kojima was probably like, you know, they're going to be looking at this for hours. It should probably be, like, very well made. And he was correct about that. I don't think Kojima is, like, perfect as a game developer for, you know, many reasons, and I'm sure that surprises absolutely nobody. Because, like, if you do believe that Kojima is a perfect game dev, are you okay? If you believe that of any game developer, are you okay? But that part was at least, you know, pretty smart. Pretty smart. You know, entirely reasonable thought process. Colonel, etc. Anyway. Yeah, no, it does kind of make me wonder how completely ridiculous any of those are. If it's like, hey, I've seen this much of these games, and there's that much more to see. How goofy do we go? Wait, that's the wrong. I feel like I should have taken that Red Seal Queen, and then just been like, yeah, let me pick up the upgrade cards, because we've seen enough of this seed to know that chariots are fairly plentiful, so Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't think it through. And I move so fast with this now. I think just because... Like, this is why I did one of those, like, gaming grid things that are so popular lately, recently, and I had this in the turn your brain off department because this starts to feel very automatic for me a lot of the time. How deep into... Oh, yeah, we got one more, so we can throw some re-rolls into this and be like, hey, where the fuck is that blueprint? Yeah, we're on 4. Oh, don't. Just play the one card, you fool. There we go. Yeah, see, there's that, like, automation happening where it's just like, oh, yeah, let me... There's our brainstorm. All right. Why didn't I see that before? The hell? So, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that there's some variance in seeded runs, but... Well, okay, maybe not, but... Either way, that was befuddling. Yeah, so, I don't know what to say there. Other than, huh. Well, that's weird. And yeah, this time, because we had the brainstorm to help us out, let me remember to put that over there. Because that would probably be pretty helpful, too. Actually, that does kind of remind me doing this setup of the one time I was using the funny broken seed, which I'm sure is a thing that I have definitely posted that in the Discord. And it just kind of, like, vomits out rare cards pretty heavily. So I was just doing things, and I had a set of just 5 burnt jokers at the end. In fact, I think it was 5 polychrome burnt jokers. Which is pretty good, pretty funny. Pretty amusing way to end the rotation. Oh, it probably is. I mean, hell, I'm burning through these fast enough. I could probably just go and do... I could probably do a reset at some point. Yeah. Do you remember where that was? That was in Ante 3, wasn't it? Well, here's the Steel Joker, and... I mean, I like the Steel Joker, but... I'm not taking that. It was in 4. Okay. Gotcha. Hopefully I remember. Because we're going to get that mime, and in my opinion, that's going to give me a better amount of points. Okay, so this should be enough of these now. Unfortunately... I did kind of done goof a little bit here in the sense of... Actually, let me just throw out one jack. I said, let me just throw out one... Motherfucker. Oh, how does the 5 of a kind look? Well, it's going to be crap, actually, because it's not going to proc any of... Well, time to cycle down. This is why we have so many hands. That way we can Pet the dog many times over. Oh, wait, no, it's because of this. Right. I remember now. Pop this thing open. Sell that. Grab our money. Grab our seed money voucher. Come in here and find... Ooh, I still wish there was something that could downgrade cards in rank. Oh well. Like, I recognize that that's beyond niche, but also... Like... I don't know, give me a set of the cards based on the... Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. The term went out of my head for a second here. The Thoth Tarot, there we go. Which are the Aleister Crowley tarot deck. And some of the major arcana have different names. Every once in a while, this channel does kind of have to turn into a trivia show, and I don't know why, but it happens nevertheless. That 7 would take way too long to build up. No, this thing jittering at the beginning keeps throwing me off. Oops. Yeah, throw that out just to see if we can get one more thing that'll give us more ridiculous numbers, and it does not. Oh, one more thing. Wait. There we go. There's our mime. So, admittedly, we are kind of binning it a little bit early, but... Actually, who am I kidding? The Hanging Shad is kind of actual weak link here. But first, let's check our spec, and... Okay, let's see how many kings get killed for this. 1 or 2? You know, under most circumstances, I appreciate when 2 kings get murdered, but... I'm kind of playing a game here. That's cramping my something or other here a little bit. I'm sure if I keep talking like that, I'll get thrown off Twitch eventually. Not that that's my goal, obviously. I enjoy streaming. I wish it was a real revenue source, but... I enjoy doing it. That's far more important, really. Oh yeah, let's buy the clearance sale. Clearance. And pick this up. Hey, yeah, another Pluto. Nice. Go in here and not actually find anything I'm looking for. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. I'm going to re-roll the mark. I'm not particularly a fan of what just came up, but I will live with it. Much better to deal with that than it is to deal with not knowing which of my cards I'm going to be able to clone. And yes, I did fuck up and not swap my burnt Joker over there. Oops. It's fine. We'll be fine. Probably. I'll fail at like ante-15 by like 2 points or something, and then just go, oh. Oh, we weren't, apparently. Anyway, we gotta spend this money down because we're gonna lose it anyway. So we may as well do it on our terms. Damn it. Oh, man. Yeah, see, that time I remembered. Oh no, my $3. Oh, I guess I should have waited to sell that until after I was done here, shouldn't I? Then I could have had an additional $1 to not actually be able to get anything extra at the store. So... Oh, huh. The boss ante is different. I guess I did re-roll the mark earlier, so... Is that the game going, you fucking mark, at me? The answer is probably... Yeah, it makes sense after I actually, like, put everything together in my mind brain there, in my mind phallus. Wait. I'm sorry, I said that word wrong. Anyway, wow, you mean I'm telling a bad joke again? I don't even need an app to come up with it for me, so... Then again, I say that I think the app Alan used to use is probably dead. Or maybe it got, like, refolded into something else. Although he uses a book... Well, the last time he was streaming, he used a book for it, which is the significantly more sensible angle to take. The less we rely upon machinery to come up with our goofy ideas for us. New blue sky. What, mind phallus? Ah, oh, jeez. Very fuck. Oh, jeez. Oh. I can never escape! I can never escape! Oh, hey, we do know where DNA is. That's good. Well, that made that part easy. Thank you, game. Yeah, Retro, that is what I said. And I'm sure everybody is appending that sentence with the word unfortunately. That's what which is also true, but... Ooh, retcon. Man, that VHS tape... has seen about the same amount of... I'm gonna be honest with you. Whenever I actually ever decide to, like, purchase I don't know, Phantom of the Paradise on VHS, which I might try to do sometime if I have a little bit of money to throw at things, because, like, I'm never going to be able to afford PC parts. So, why bother with that? Listen, I was able to get Zardoz on VHS. I'm sure that I could probably get a copy of Phantom without killing myself. Although, maybe not. Anyway, I'm sure that whenever I get it, it'll be in that kind of condition. A variation of well, I mean, both sort of stemming from something or... I don't exactly know what words I was going to follow that up with. Oops. But yeah, to underscore for anyone who's like, huh? In this case, Prophallus was the name given in the English language translation of Phantasy Star 4 for the sort of baby Darkfalls that you find in the last dungeon, I believe. I believe it was the last dungeon in Rycross. Because Sega just kind of went wild a little bit in that one, I think. Hey, Zelthar, how's it going? It was one of those... Yeah, they are all black and white. But for some reason, my brain processed them as having the color. That's very strange of my brain. Anyway. Yeah, the baby Darkfalls, pardon me, as Prophallus is definitely one of the more unusual moments of Sega translation. I mean, not that the Phantasy Star game translations are always all that good. I hate to break it to you folks, but some of those were a little bit on the crusty side at times, which is very unfortunate because I am enough of a Phantasy Star fan as like a franchise to be annoying. Oh no, I think it's just using the channel points thing for a modify a single emote. That's all that happened. Unfortunately, there's no black and white version of it natively. But yeah. I want to say also, Retro, I could be wrong about this because it's like fourth-hand information at this point. And I don't remember my sources because I'm like... I'm a little bit of a fraud. I want to say that there was at least one piece of material that very accidentally translated the name as Darkphallus. And I could not tell you what it is offhand. But because, of course, Sega... Well, again, let's be honest here. Sega probably didn't really put in the money over here in NA for the Phantasy Star franchise, which is unfortunate because, well, again, I'm enough of a fan to be annoying about it, so there you go. I will, of course, find it unfortunate. Reroll to the arm. That is acceptable. It's not really my favorite part of the Alexander raid series, but it'll do. I'll take it over some of the others. Usually you queue up for normal raids and it's like, hey, do you want Fist of the Father immediately? And that's it. Although, who knows, maybe that's actually not necessarily completely true because I haven't played 14 in a minute. And again, that soul card is getting sidelined because the rest of our lineup is just too good. Well, alright then. Do this. Yeah, see, this time I actually remembered to switch those around. It won't last. I would assume that it gets, like, pretty deep in, because after a point, it's just like, okay, I need the score. Right? Because after a point, you just kind of need the score. So probably a couple more antes from now, once we start requiring E grades to beat things. Take a paintbrush. That's pretty good. So I guess we didn't get that earlier, huh? Okay, yeah, we'll take a hanging man here. Because, I mean, clearly, once we have enough Steel Kings, we don't have the Steel Joker in here anymore. We're not using Hologram. We kind of don't need to add more cards to the deck. So hell, by that point, if a blueprint shows up, that'd be... It won't happen, but it would be fucking sick. So that way we can play everybody's favorite combination that got the Reddit mods really heated at one point. Man. Although I guess, what do you say, right? Reddit mods, that's... How much more do you need to know? I could steal a card, but it doesn't really seem very useful here. Or there, because we didn't have any more kings to feed, and... Hey, we'll take that. I, once again, keep... I told you what... My remembering to rearrange those would not last, and true to form, it has not. Take the nacho tong. They're nachos. Wait. Hey, there's our deja vu. Fuck yeah. On ante 12. Ooh. Ooh. It's like getting kicked in the you-know-wheres. If you're wondering why I was clicking between those, it's because I had a brain fart and I started to confuse some of the mechanics with Slay the Spire. And I was trying to be like, yeah, send all of those away. But that's not how that works. Unfortunately, some parts of my brain simply do not work as well as they used to. And by that, I mean basically all of them. So, rest in peace. Rest in P. Wait. And just start cranking it, and... Hey, we're still getting good scores by a pretty nice margin, so... Listen, everything is fine. Kind of. Excellent. Found it! Yes. Give me that. At this point, I can probably just start, like, intentionally erasing some of my kings to make way for the cooler kings. Start cranking it. I never stopped. I always love just ending that with folks. Just A+. Extremely funny. And it's time for the hook. What do I look like, a fish? I'm not gonna lose to a fucking hook. Probably about to lose to a fucking hook like that. Hey. Yeah, it's pretty good. As they say. I'll take a crystal ball. I did specify the ball was made of crystal. Wait. Yeah. Here's probably the next ante is when I'm gonna really start to want to have the mime be my double. Ugh. Excuse me. I've said it before, but I just love when you start choking on water. You feel like such a fucking idiot. Oh, man. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, thankfully we did manage to find a red seal, so we got kings to copy for that. We just have to actually draw the damn things. Pick that up. I don't think I even... Oh, yeah, I've got a couple of completely naked kings to deal with here. Not a ton or anything, but hey. Oh, man, lose $1 per card played. It's a good thing that doesn't really do too much to me. Yeah, that is very much... Yeah, Tev, we are definitely playing a number go up game, and number is going up pretty good here, actually. Like I said, I think I'm a little bit not as big of a fan of a lot of the number go up game type of stuff as I used to be, but I mean, I still enjoy this. This game is still pretty good, but maybe it's just because I sort of reflex brain it a little bit. I respond only to spinal reflexes from, oh my lord, that is a really obscure set of phrasing. I don't even remember what the whole phrase is. It's from the flavor text to some random sliver. I think. Well, you know what? Fuck you all. I don't care if I do a bad stream anymore. It's, I think Hollowhead Sliver or something, right? Yeah. I've evolved away from energy-taxing brain and respond only to spinal reflexes. I fucked it up anyway. And it's literally right in front of me. I evolved away from an energy-taxing brain and respond only to spinal reflex arcs from the hive mind. There we go. Third time's the eventually you'll start... Third time's you'll eventually get it, ish. Right, ish? That's right, folks. Get in on whatever is the opposite of the ground floor for when this stream eventually acquires quality. It's not gonna happen. Where's the beaver sound? Oh, right, that's not my stream. Yeah, I'm doubtful as to whether or not I'll find anything useful in any of these, but just in case. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't pull a red seal on the time that we had death in hand. Oh, there's death. Hell yeah. The roof floor. That's a good phrase. The roof floor. There's 3 hours of shitposting every weeknight. Absolutely. It could be even worse. Then I would probably, like, start to drink way too much caffeine again and it wouldn't be good for me. But, you know. Whatever. That's right. We're making things that make your calculator get a little bit silly. Okay, so actually, this presents a very interesting little moment of, should I do this? Because, I mean, look at this lineup I have here. And also, what goes? Because I'm pretty sure it's Burnt Joker, to be honest with you. Yeah. Alright. Well, Brent, you've had a nice long run. Get the fuck out of here. Besides, I haven't been using that thing correctly anyway, so. We're leveled enough. I sure hope so. Mostly, the rest of my little chamber of ordeals here is just kind of goosing the odds as much as possible. We gotta goose our odds. We gotta goose our numbers. We gotta goose our inferno. I'm thinking I can get away with this in one hand. Yep. I don't think it's worth it to actually pick that up, but... we'll grab it anyway. Ooh, Hangman. This is actually going to do, like, multiple duty for us. In fact, I'm going to hold that for a while. And what I'm going to do is because, like I said, I need to fiddle with my numbers a little bit here. While Rome burns. I'm actually going to start destroying other kings in order to try to make these more plentiful. This could end up biting me pretty severely on my shiny metal ass, but we're going to do it anyway. And in fact, just filling our inventory with tarot cards that suck is actually kind of a strat right now, because it allows us to basically keep those out of the pool. Anyway, we get another mime. Hell yeah. That's our big points fella there. Yeah, see, it would be better to get rid of the other things while we have the option. So yeah, just pick up garbage tarot cards to hold in our inventory. That, however, is never garbage. It always works. Even and perhaps especially when it doesn't. It probably would, because that would generally not be the most useful here. But maybe I'm just like... maybe I just have like crazy luck or something. I don't. All cards debuffed until one Joker's soul. Ooh, fuck that. Yeah, I'll take E22 instead. That works for me. And say E22, isn't that the nickname of that one guy you play as in Sonic Adventure? As I say nickname, it's his serial number. It's E1 something or, you know. It was like 11 games before E33. Yeah. And imagine how much AI they would have needed to make those work. Heyo! Somebody will be like, that's mean. They were just using it as placeholds, to which my official response, and you can quote me on this one, is placehold these nuts. You might be saying that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Well, that's fine. At this point, nothing I say makes a whole lot of sense. You can probably quote me on that, too. Yeah, we're going big because if we don't, we're going to go home. So yeah, at this point, if we need to brainstorm, we copy the Baron. For anybody who is, like, not keeping up, because that gets us a better number of... So basically, if we have 3 mimes, we get 4 triggers of 2x each. If we copy the Baron, we get 3 triggers of doing that twice over. So basically, it's like 6 Baron activations in that case, if we have the Baron copy. Obviously, I am once again fumbling over my words, but you understand kind of what I'm saying. It's math. And I'm sure that makes everybody real happy to think about. Yeah, basically, you kind of want to make it as square as possible. If the concept of calling it square makes sense. Not that square. Also, yeah, you can see my deck is in no way perfect at this point. We still have some chaff that we have to deal with. You know, this is like my opening hand is just all Taplands and Temple of the False God. And we still get there. Kaboom. Ooh, actually, that can go. We'll pick up the death for now, because that is going to, as always, be very useful in transforming more of our loadout into our big winner card here. Like I say, we're going... we're going a little bit nuts with this. You see, the clear solution is you gotta imagine me doing it in, like, the heavy TF2 voice. Kaboom! I can't even do that properly, but I can't do any voices properly. So, not even my own. It's a real problem. Yeah, no, I was not aiming for the demo man, although the demo man does do a pretty good kaboom, which is also nowhere near correct, but I would apologize. But well, at this point, I'm doing so well at the rest of this that it doesn't have a great effect. God, I haven't played TF2 in forever. I kind of miss it a little bit, but when was the last time Valve did, like, any real updates to it? I mean, they're keeping it maintained at least, but I'd say they've moved on to Dota, but I'm pretty sure now it's just like they're focusing, the big air quotes involved there, on Deadlock, which I don't have anything really to say about Deadlock. I assume that Deadlock is just kind of in a condition of, like, future quality or no, it really needs some time to wait around and get there. Oh yeah, check this out. Got a full hand of them now. Oh, the demo man was pretty fun. I think maybe ultimately my favorite of the more conventional classes on some level. Heavy was just always easy to pick up and play, and it's like, well, if I don't feel like strategizing or putting together a good team build here, I can just do that and, like, it'll work, probably. And yeah, we are getting deep into it now. That skip is not worth it, by the way, for anybody who's like, oh, but free high card hands. They're not that valuable. Not compared to my ability to fix my deck anymore. Yeah. My TF2 days did involve a lot of Dust Bowl, more than payload. Which is probably unfortunate because Dust Bowl, oh boy. Dust Bowl, quite frankly, I think Dust Bowl probably kind of sucks. I mean, it's still fun to play no matter what. Like, I wouldn't say that there are... Excuse me, there are probably bad maps in TF2, but Dust Bowl also is just like, oh, man, I love playing against engineers constantly. Yeah, Dix Bowl, which is a pretty fitting name for it because, like, yeah, you just sort of open up and yep, walk out into getting your face filled with missiles. My favorite thing to do. Yeah, we are not at the point where we require copying the Baron yet. In fact, I have a very good feeling that we will get very deep before we require it to beat something, but I don't know for sure yet. But in terms of, like, just living, yeah, we're in a wild place now. Yeah, I'll take my free government-mandated Pluto. All diamond cards are debuffed. That's fine, because our best card is a King of Hearts instead. Yeah, just throwing a couple of rerolls to... Oh, shit! I actually... Yes, I do take that, in fact. I wish so badly that I could fit another Joker in here just so I could keep the DNA, but... That will do. That will do. So yeah, we're no longer allowed to post the seed on Reddit, but nobody cares about that because we weren't going to do that in the first place. Parentheses, this is a joke. I'm pretty sure that the Reddit mods actually don't care about the brainstorm blueprint posting anymore. Do you really want me to explain the joke to you, Tav? Because I will. Actually, you know what? I may as well. So, at one point, I forget exactly when, an artist drew the brainstorm and blueprint as a lesbian couple. I'm not necessarily certain if there was any reason other than they have incredible synergy, and quite frankly, why not? Which is actually correct. There was also a gay couple of the Baron and Mime, by the way, to complete the arc a little bit, which I'm all for that. I'm not denigrating it in any way. Ultimately, it's just like, hey, why not? I have nothing to say in either direction, right? I appreciate it, but no more than that, or less than anything. You know, obviously I want real representation, but hey, good idea on the artist's part. But the Reddit mods started to get very annoyed with the sheer amount of it, and they handled it incredibly badly. Which, I know, you're all shocked to hear that because Reddit mods. But, oh boy. And this started a little bit of a firestorm in the Balatro Reddit. And you might be saying to me, Delia, why the fuck are you looking at Reddit anyway? That's a huge waste of your time, effort, energy, resources, etc. Because unfortunately, for some things, it is useful. Unfortunately, you do also have to deal with the fact that you're kind of wading into the world's worst, you know, swamp environment ever. And you are correct to point that out because, yeah, if I was in a position where I was making a game and a Reddit became the best source of information for anything on my game, I would quit, probably. Or at bare minimum, I would create my own resource that would be actually good. But that is kind of a lot of effort. So yeah, so that's all it is. Every time I make jokes about it upsetting Reddit, it's because it upset the Reddit mods for some reason. Asterisk, that some reason being the fact that they're raging homophobes because they're Reddit mods. But you already knew that. Oh, hey, it's that guy again. Well, unfortunately, that's not going to help us out too much, so... Yeah, I'm kind of sad that that never came up either, because that'd be pretty helpful. Anything to get us even more stupid shit, that would be fun. Omen Globe. Well, why not? It might get us some more red seals over time. I doubt it, but it could happen. And wouldn't that be nice? Answer? A little bit, at least. Ooh, we're up to E51. I think we are still going to be able to one-hand most of these. Yeah, talking about one-handing something. Talisman, that is not going to be really worth our time. Fortunately. This is completely useless. I'm taking it anyway, though, just as like a trophy. I mean, it's there. We may as well. God, the sheer speed at which those numbers are ticking. So good. Oh, it's wonderful. Sell that, grab a death. Oh, familiar. That's not useful. Take that, and... random bullshit, go! Yeah, that's fine to stick in there. Oh, we gotta discard one of our good cards because it's the pillar, and... this guy's kind of an asshole. I say this guy as if it's an actual... you know, now that I'm out here just anthropomorphizing the bosses, too. I'm pretty sure some of the artists have done that, too. Why not? Why not? Oh, you're funny, game. Unfortunately, we can't do anything with that. I wish that was the negative rare instead of the Wii Joker, but... oh well. That said, I have no idea what numbers we're facing up right now. 59. I don't know if we're going to be able to even pass this point. But if we can... hell, even if we can't, we are at... like, this much. We've come a long way. Ante 22. That is... those are some numbers that are quite worthy, you know? All right, let's see how much more we get from second hand here. Because this probably will not move the needle very much in terms of what our number looks like. I mean, obviously the number is going to be effing huge, but... it won't really change too much visually because the E number is, well... yeah, since the E number is so high. Because that's... this number times 10 to the this, for anyone who's not... this is what scientific notation usually looks like on older calculators for exceptionally huge numbers. So basically, we're at, like... 2.24... sorry, 224, and now 336, followed by 53 zeros. No, 52, sorry. I'm being stupid. It's a very large number. It's like viginticillions or something. I don't actually think that's a real word, pardon me, but... and you may be saying, what the hell are you trying to say? Is that it would be an analog of, like, how you go million, billion, trillion, etc. But 20 blocks of 3 digits. Either way, we got to some incredibly silly places with this. And in fact, just for posterity, once this finishes mathing out, I am screenshotting this because it kind of deserves pride of place in there. Okay, I think I got the timing on that correctly. But just in case, I'm grabbing a second one there. And I'm going to go drop those in there real quick to really hammer the point home. I just have to remember where the folder is actually in my program files here. I'd say get ready for some more stream downtime, but you're all used to that already. Especially earlier today when I was just having a mental issue of an indeterminate nature. It was not for me. I mean, also, I think my computer is just not in a position where it can run it. Pacific Drive is probably a thing that if you're very into survival games and, like, cars and stuff, then sure. However, I kind of think cars are the devil a little bit, and I was getting very stressed out about the whole thing for a wide variety of reasons. So, not my bag, basically. I wouldn't call it a bad game, though. I would, however, say that my computer was really not in a great position to deal with that. And, yeah. Anyway. It's controls and kind of a lot of things. Honestly, I think the big thing against it is, like, it's a survival game. I do not like those. I play a lot of them, but, like, at least I feel like I play a lot of them just by sheer happenstance, but I don't enjoy them. Like, most of the other ones that I've thought were good were because I think there was something else attached to it that had a hook. Like, Satisfactory has at least some survival elements to it, but it also has the factory building thing attached to it. You could probably call, on some level, maybe you could call Terraria a kind of factory game, but it actually has building aspects to it. And, I mean, yes, there's a lot to criticize about how the building aspects are handled. Redigit, I have never forgiven you for your pardon me, shit posting is not the way I want to call it shitty posting. There we go, because he was being a real shithead about torch luck and people using quote unquote the wrong torches. Bruh, it's a creative building game. Eat my something or other here. I'm going to hold that grudge until I die, which is real stupid because, like, who's going to care about that when I'm 80 and everything with silicon in it has been disabled by electromagnetic pulses? But I digress. Gags aside here, seriously, that's, like, really, really bad. But, like, if you want to say that there's survival elements there are a few, I guess, that it's because it's a building game. The same thing goes for Minecraft. The same thing goes for Starbound. Notably, Starbound took out some of those elements or severely reduced them in later versions because they were that bad. Well, I mean, ultimately, I think because Starbound was a game that was really trying to do too much. And also, let's not even get into things to do with Chucklefish because, oh boy, that company really did kind of turn out to be a bit of a milkshake duck on some level. So, again, games that are all saved by the building aspect. Like, Abiotic Factor, again, I played that. I didn't really like a lot of the survival elements. The building stuff was kind of fun, but it was a little bit limited because it was, well, significantly more in service to the survival element. I liked the atmosphere, at least for a period, and then I sort of hit a point where it's like, okay, actually, your level design is no longer holding up. That would be very specifically around the hydro plant where that happened. And so, yeah, that's at least part of why Void Train, I think, was not for me. It was pretty all right for that type of game. But also it was like, okay, either it's dismally slow or I'm going to get to parts of this that I don't like, i.e. the combat. But, yeah, anyway, that's enough ranting for me. I do at least appreciate that I got a chance to check it out. There were some interesting parts about the atmosphere. I'll give it that. But, yeah, that's enough streaming for tonight. And I probably should hit the stop recording button because whoopsie doops.